but okay. Well, I'm sure you already hear me, even though like I don't see your hello because it's probably delayed. Let me tell you, it's just me, you, and the heat of August. I'm the only one in Rome. On a Sunday afternoon, it's just so crazy of me to be here, but still waiting for hello, finally someone saying hi. that means we're live. Anyways, so you remember that we have to do this tour a few weeks ago, right? And then I decided to cancel it because I thought since the villa is a little bit in decay, I thought, well, maybe it's not that pompous and sumptuous and elegant enough for our followers to see. And well, let me stop a second for some noise. I'll promise we'll enter the villa and there will be noise, not noise anymore. So, and I decided to cancel it because I thought it was not elegant, as I was saying, enough. And then I thought, a few weeks after, Villa Sciarra is too beautiful not to show it. Even if it's a little in decay, we are gonna see at least 6 or 7 fountains, a lot of mythological Greek statues. It's just so beautiful, and it's totally connected to my childhood, which, by the way, I have to tell you why. And so I said, no, I have to show this. This is probably unusual, off of the beaten path. It's not Villa Borghese, but still, it's something that you want to see and say, hey, I've been to Rome and I've been to Villa Sciarra, and people will be like, wow, that means you've really seen Rome, you know, because everybody goes to Villa Borghese. Anyways, thank you, Anne, for the support. Thank you to all of those who support every time. Talking about that, this is a free tour, you know that it's not mandatory to support me, but it's highly appreciated, also because, as you know, tips and supporting is what keeps the tour going. If the tours are not supported, then we struggle to go on, of course. And you can support also by spreading the word. I keep saying that, but I don't see many new faces or many friend requests, so I need you to work with me on this. Please send my Facebook and this YouTube channel to all of your friends and tell them there's so many amazing tours to see with this amazing guide. Anyways, kidding about the amazing guide though. So anyway, and you can support by spreading the word with your family and friends. Super highly important, but also by sending a tip. Any amount is appreciated. Think that you're having a free tour in Rome, which you would probably pay a lot for, and now you're just free to send even a small amount, even in €2 or 3 or whatever. Someone say hi, so I don't know, that was funny. Anyways, so again, is the word of today. Yes, amazing. And you can support by leaving a tip on PayPal or buy me coffee. The links are I promise, no noise inside. The links are in the description below, or in the description of the channel. And I'm just checking the street, sorry. So you can support both ways, and you can find the links anywhere. You can also find another link, GoFundMe link, that's not connected to the tour, but if you want to give it a read, then go ahead with that. The tours are always regular. There's the whole month of August is set. We have Friday and Sunday with city tours, and then Wednesday with cooking tours. There's a new cooking tour coming up, as I said also last time. The next Wednesday is probably the most touching cooking tour ever done. It will be, yesterday has been 2 years anniversary from our friend passing away. 2 years ago, he was supposed to host a tour making spaghetti aglio olio peperoncino, which means garlic, oil, and chili pepper. Thank you, Anne. And he passed away just 4 days before doing that tour. And so we probably didn't feel to do it right away, not even last year. But this year we want to remember him by doing the recipe that he was supposed to do with us. We've been friends for 22 years, never an argument. A young doctor, 36 years old, unfortunately drawn into water and lost his life. And so that's probably a very difficult tour for us, but we'll try our best to do it. Yes, watch the replay, because I enjoyed that tour so much. We're so lucky to see puppets. We were so lucky to see Vespas. We were so lucky to see beautiful sunset. The tour was amazing. And there's part 2. The part 1 wasn't highly supported, but still I'm gonna do part 2, I promise. Okay, are we ready to start? There's a fly around me, I'm sorry. Are you ready to start with the tour? Send an okay or send a heart, and we'll start the tour. Hopefully. Oh, also, while you do the hearts and okay thing, I must tell you that especially, yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, it will super much. Also because we are respecting his recipe, so his steps of the recipe, and so it will super be emotional. It was a little tough to decide if doing it or not, but since it's exactly 2 years, so we thought, okay, let's do it. You can probably hear the crickets. Not crickets, sorry, the... Oh my god, this fly! Seriously, you have a whole villa, why me? Anyways, by the way, the surrounding here are amazing. Just let me show you. Look at that beautiful house. These are where the cars are doing all this noise. Look at that beautiful house, and that one as well. But I forgot that I was gonna say something, and then I forgot. What was I gonna say? Damn it. Damn, I forgot. Well, whatever. Anyways, this is the entrance, the main one. There are many. But let me tell you, since the exact same statues are in the inside, I would rather go in. So this way we have less noise and it's better. How about that? Okay, because it's exactly the same. Do you mind? I'm sure you don't. So I don't get that traffic thing anymore. Anyway, so this would be the entrance. Like the same would be on the other side of the street. The entrance is Via Calandrelli, which is one of the entrances, but this is the main one. I would say, oh yeah, that's what I was saying, sorry, otherwise I forgot. That since it's very hot, the phone might warm up very soon, and so it may interrupt the tour. First of all, if it interrupts, don't worry. Maximum 5 minutes and I'll be back on the tour. Second, I'll try to be as fast as possible because I don't want to do the same thing that happened at forums that interrupted right at the end. So what I'm doing is trying to be as fast as possible and do 1 hour and 15 minutes, no more than that. This tour probably will take a little longer because the villa is big, but I'll try my best. Also, we'll just go randomly in the villa. I don't want to follow a path, I'm telling you. So whatever we encounter, we'll talk about, okay? Hopefully everything is clear. Okay, so the entrance. As I was saying, there are many entrances, so this is not the only one. This is the portal of Via Calandrelli, so the entrance of Calandrelli Street. This entrance was built in 1908 by the engineer Pio Piacentini. And here we notice 2 pillars. I don't have water, but probably if there are fountains, I will definitely stop for some water. Thank you, Natalie. And thank you, Anne, for the support. I don't know if I did already. So these 2 pillars that are decorated with herms, supporting vases on top. You see? And they're resting on their heads, replacing the original rustic masonry pillars. Let's try to go probably on the shade and see better on this side. Also this one. The 2 herms have unusual details such as the presence of feet, like this. But they lack portraiture characterization, easily visible in the man-woman pair of pillars. The female figure would be traceable to the tower portrait, while the male one could be a free interpretation. A free interpretation of her husband according to classical models. So this is the female one. And then the male one is the one we just saw before. So now right away we see this plant holders with a fawn under it. The fawn is a mythological creature that has goat legs, like this one, and there are many in the villa. So there's one here, and there's already another one, and there's a fly also on my, there's a fountain for me, the fly on my face, and there's another one there. But we also have this fountain right here with a dog washing itself. Okay, this fly won't leave me alone at all. I can't believe it. It's on the phone. I'm sorry. So, this one is the fountain of the satires. You correct me if I'm wrong. I never know if I say it correctly. Satyrs or satires. It's just one. And kid goat. So it's a kid goat. It's not just a kid or just a goat. It's a kid goat. This is just entering the gate. Exactly. This is the first time for especially for statues that resemble herms. It's very unusual. But even for statues like that, for pillars especially. And dog, I would enjoy the water too. So this is right on in entering the villa. We see this 2 satires playing with a kid. And again, correct me for the pronunciation. So satires, you say 1. Satyrs, you say 2. But I think it's satires. And the theme is part of a choice of subject that mainly related to the cycle of the seasons, mythological themes, and especially the exaltation of the god Pan and his woody unrestricted fun-filled activities. Beautiful fountain, probably one of the few working ones here. So we have at least 7 fountains in the villa, but this is one of the few working ones. Yeah, sun tires. I was sure about it. It's already super warm, 100 Fahrenheit. So I'm afraid, hopefully we'll have to find some shade at some point. This is another plant holder, by the way. Okay, I said before that we're gonna go randomly, so I'll just keep going. But we should find right here on the right another fountain. Which is a beautiful one. There you go. Maybe I can even go closer. This is working as well. Look how beautiful. Yeah, that is very hot, especially in a villa. Yeah, maybe I can get closer to give you also some details about it. But first I want you to enjoy from farther. So the statue of Diana and Endymion. We have Diana or Selene, personification of the moon, with the handsome shepherd Endymion and an ever-present dog. See, I can give you the details, so I can literally touch the statue. No arm there. Let me show you, like, if I move a little farther, I fall. It's totally free here, but okay. So Diana, Endymion, beautiful camera work here, I love it. And the ever-present dog that I was mentioning before. So this one appears, Endymion appears to be mirrored on the banks of a large irregular shaped pool, which we just saw, shaded by a grove of laurel trees. So we have all laurel trees around. Look how beautiful this statue or fountain. This is more like a this should be working, this tube, but it doesn't, this pipe. But the fountain is working there in the middle. Okay, keep going. And while we walk, Are you liking the villa already? See, I didn't want to show you this villa bad of me, right? And instead it's beautiful. Okay. So telling you a little bit about the villa. Are you there? Are you there? So Villa Sciarra, located between the neighborhoods of, in the meantime we see other statues as well. Beautiful one. Oh, they're making a party. That's nice. In Villa Sciarra. There's so many statues here that I mean, there are too many to mention, but we'll mention the main ones. But yes, it's really tough to mention them all. Enjoying. Okay. Okay, before we keep going, I probably have to show you the most particular place here, because I wanted to tell you about the villa, but the more I keep walking, I see something, and so I necessarily need to talk about that. But I can't skip this one, of course, and I'll tell you more about the villa right after. So this is the Sciarra of the 12 months. This is perhaps the most scenic corner of the whole villa. It goes all around like that. There are 12 statues with this fountain right here in the middle. We'll go see them all, why not? In a hatch formed by laurel plants arranged in a semicircle niches. These niches have been carved out in which 12 sandstone statues have been placed, depicting the months of the year. That's why the Sciarra of the 12 months. Just don't ask me which statue is which month. But I mean, we can probably guess from the details that every statue has. But it's very difficult. They're probably not even in order, but there's grapes there, so that could be probably October. Oh yeah, they're in order then. Because I was gonna say grapes is October, because generally October is the month of wine here in Italy. And so yes, they are in order. So this is October, this is November, so let me know if you want to see your month. This is December, we can go back. I actually want to see my month. And I was gonna fall. So the sculptures come along with many other furnishings in the villa. By the way, the fly is still with me. Can't believe it. From the Visconti castle in Brignano d'Adda. Let me tell you about this castle. I will mention this villa, the Villa Visconti, so many times because everything that you will see here took inspiration from the villa in Brignano d'Adda. Brignano d'Adda is a small village in the city of Bergamo. Bergamo is close to Milan, so Lombardy region. So everything takes inspiration from that one. I'll just go around and tell you each month. So this is January. Oh yeah, you're right, Inge, but I know that I said it wrong, your name. So February. I like February. It's nice. March. Looks like a man. So March is a man. Sorry, Anne. Or I don't know if it's a man actually. I don't know. They probably look okay, you won't believe it. This fly is driving me crazy. Like seriously, why around me? Stop. March, April. How annoying, a fly with the heat. April, which doesn't have a nose. May doesn't have a nose either. My month, June, still doesn't have a nose either. Doesn't even have a hand. Wow, probably the ugliest one. Yeah, and also covered by this plant. but it's a man. July. This is beautiful. Okay, I have a question. How can possibly a fly follow you in a villa that is 81,000 square feet? Follow you the whole time? Seriously, question. Anyways, August, the month we are in. August is drinking. And as a pumpkin, is that a pumpkin? Okay. Well, there's definitely a lion underneath, but August is definitely drinking because it's hot. September. And we saw the other ones. Yeah, I don't love her or him. That's the thing. Okay, very few people actually, because I actually felt a little scared. But now that I see people, I feel a little better. There are also other statues here, as I mentioned before, that are not really have any meaning, but they're just placed here to embellish the whole place anyways, just like this one. This fountain doesn't even work. But yeah. Like this one. Not meaning into it. Okay, do you want to see the big spot right away? Just because we're here. Doesn't matter, we'll just go randomly, as I said. Yeah, probably sprayed too much deodorant. Okay, as we do this cute path, I'll finally tell you about the villa, and I'll show you the most romantic place here, which is also a famous one, but also not very nice for me because I have to climb. I actually brought someone special not long ago. See, another fountain that is not very famous, but still, and also unfortunately not water in it, but very particular too. And a gecko. There's a gecko. You say gecko probably. Look how cute though. It's full of things to see. Okay, let's just go this way. Oh, there's another thing there. Wow. So many other fountains. Anyways, I was saying, so located between Trastevere, Ianiculum, because we're very close to where we were on Friday, and Monteverde Vecchio. The villa covers, as I said before, about 81,000 square feet, which is more or less 7,500 square meters, and is entirely surrounded by walls, entirely. See this fountain with the lions, but again, not particular meaning. These walls that are called the Gianicolensi walls, Gianicolensi because of the street, and also because of the name of Gianicolo, Ianiculum, in the hill that we saw on Friday, and were built under Pope Urban VIII in the 17th century, which enhanced the complex by transforming it into an urban villa, because before it was just an open garden. Unfortunately, super in decay, but this is probably the most romantic place. I mean, at least that's romantic for us. It's not the only one though. There's another one, the gazebo. Unfortunately, also very with graffiti. But I'll tell you more about the restoration after we can also get in. And then the terrace overlooking the streets and some of the neighbors. The villas here are so beautiful. Look at that white one there. It's just wow. It's just wow. I don't know if you're able to see, but the big glass windows there is amazing. Or this one, which is reddish and whitish, or this beautiful one here. Yeah, I agree with you. I hate graffiti, honestly. Even when I was younger, I don't care. I'm not for, especially a city like Rome that has so much to show. I'm against these things, and I am very, very a little of a dictator on these things. Probably because my mother always taught me that way, but I don't like these things at all. Unless they are, you know, unless people, the municipality calls writers to embellish a place and it's all legal, then yes. Anyways, so since ancient times, so we'll keep walking now back. There's also another scenic romantic view actually. This one is romantic for the gazebo, but the other one is more romantic for the view, and you will see why. We'll see the whole Rome from there, because we're climbing a little. So since ancient times, like this area was occupied by vegetable gardens and flower gardens. So much so that here, and pay attention, that here stood the sacred forest of the nymph Furrina. Listen to the story because it's amazing. As you know, I love to tell you curiosities. Furrina, where in 121 before Christ, Gaius Gracchus had himself killed by his slave Philocrates after his pointless escape from the Aventine Hill. They're having a party right there. Later, and that's why I was like, no, I need to show this villa because it's so important. I think that later became this area became part of the huge green space known as the Orti Caesaris, meaning in English Caesar's gardens. Let me touch the phone and see. Oh, it's already super warm. Hopefully we'll resist. But stay with me, don't worry. In case I'll have to wait 5 minutes to cool it down, and then I'll connect again, okay? In Italy we say when crickets sing, it means that the next day will be hot. But we already know that because it's August. Okay, going down in the shade now, so probably not that warm. So I was saying the Caesar's garden, where legend has it that Julius Caesar hosted Cleopatra during his Roman stay. Here, the gardens upon Caesar's death were given to the Roman people, though. Here was also discovered in 1906 a small shrine of Syriac divinities, and oh, there's so many things to see now. Damn. But I'll just stop a little and tell you this because it's super important, and probably I'll tell you later when we get closer, okay? I will interrupt the story of the villa and tell you more about what we see now. My bad, I'm sorry, but this villa is just like surprises you every corner. So this is the fountain, and guess what? You'll guess it. The fountain of the turtle. You may tell, see, this is a working one. So it's arranged on this, on the top of an oval shaped Fox rock base, stands on a statuary group made of stone material consisting of a tortoise. Potete. And so I would say consisting of a tortoise, not a turtle, even though it's called the fountain of the turtle, probably because the name turtle is more, I mean, at least in English, but in Italian would be the fountain of the tortoise, on which sits a Buddha with his hand outstretched toward a phone, trying to climb the tortoise. The group is probably of Lombard origin and dates back to the 18th century. The little girls are having a party, so that's why they're refilling their gloves. There's the little phone.
Posso aiutare?
Sì, papà. Io lo guarda qui. Guarda.
Okay. Much better than I thought. See, the villa was still in decay, I was told, but I don't see it that much in decay, to be honest. Another statue here that has not much. Look how beautiful. Also the view and the lighting here, even if it's in shade. They're all mythological statues, even the ones that are not famous and then have a history behind. They're all mythological Greek statues. Oh my God, there are at least there's 1, 2, 3, 4 things around me that I have to show. See, bad of me to think that this was not worth it. And necessarily need to tell you about the story of the villa later, because there's so much to see now. Well, we are in front of the villa. This is the villa. This is the casino. As you know, casino is also the name we give to the main structure of the villa. When we mean villa, we mean both the garden and the villa itself. And yeah, he had a cute face, but I wanted to move on because of the kids. I didn't want to feel like I was, you know, filming them too much, you know. So as I was saying, a villa for us is both the gardens and the and where the family used to live. So just like in Villa Borghese, we have the Casino Nobile. You probably will remember that. Casino Nobile, which is the main beautiful villa where you enter and there's a Borghese gallery, right? And this would be the main one for Villa Sciarra, which, let me tell you, to be honest, is not that fabulous as other ones. It's super simple, as a matter of fact. This one is called the Barberini Casino. Barberini, super famous family, built during the 17th century. By who? By the Barberini. The building retained its original appearance until the 1900s, so until not long ago, and when it became the headquarters of the Italian Institute of Germanic Studies. The architects then closed the portico on the group floor and the central courtyard, transforming it into a library. While the original terrace with a turret, you may see the turret right there. I'll move further a little. There's a terrace with a turret right there, from which the entire city can be seen. I mean, I'm sure, because if we'll go to another corner and we'll be able to see the whole Rome. So imagine even from a higher point of view. As far, but from there you can also see as far as the Alban Hills, which are very far. They're not even in Alban Hills are like even closer to my neighborhood, so very far from downtown. On the sill are 5 18th century sandstone statues. I don't know if you're able to see them. They're a little small probably from the screen. 4 of which depict the continents. The 5th could represent one of the 4 parts of the day. And the secret gardens that flank the building, however, have now disappeared completely. Now I want to show you a plaque. And I'll tell you more about this plaque later. Unfortunately, I have to do it this way because we are here now and I can't skip this part of the city. I mean, of the villa, I'm sorry. This is a memorial plaque, so keep it in mind. Take a picture. And on the walls of this casino, of this villa, Memorial to honor Henriette Wirtz and spouse. Keep in mind this name, Wirtz. Chiseled into the plaque placed in 1932 to commemorate the opening to the public and assignment to the Italian Institute of Germanic Studies, as I mentioned before, is Mussolini's name. I will read for you, it's in Italian. In memoria di George Wurz e dell'amore per l'Italia che illuminò la sua vita operosa, la vedova Henriette Wurz Tower offerse questa villa d'Italia. There's something missing though. In memory of George Wurz and to his love for Italy, which illuminated his life, his working life, and the widow Henriette Wurz Tower offered this villa of Italy, who wanted the garden free for the people of Rome. And this site in name of Goethe, the famous German writer, sacred to the studies for the unity, for the spiritual unity among the populations of the world. And it's true, Wurtz wanted to free the whole villa because before it was, she owned it. But I'll tell you more about the story later, so keep in mind this name, Henriette Wurtz. Okay? Okay, are we missing something here? No, we're not. Okay, so this is the villa. I mean, I will still live here. Not that sumptuous, but I will still live here. Now, as I said, I will keep going with the villa after, because there's so much things to see here that we cannot skip them. So, and we necessarily need to talk about 1, 2, 3 things, and four more. So I think there are 4 things to see here, plus the villa, plus the tortoise fountain. So 6 things. How bad of me to skip this villa? Really? I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, still there? Just checking. This is the fountain of the Sphinxes, if you say so, Sphinxes. Dating from the first quarter of the 18th century, consists of a large ovoid masonry basin with travertine edges in the center, which a pillar molded like a mock rock with an eagle on it holds a small basin, from which there's a jet of water that spurts. Inside the basin there are 4 crouching sphinxes, vaulted outward in sandstone. Most of the things here are in sandstone, as you probably noticed. And the fountain is also called the Fountain of Human Passions, or the Fountain of Vices. There's actually one of them recalling the vice of luxury. Each of the mythological figures with the face of a woman and the body of a lion, and I will get closer. In fact, they all embody one of the most terrible of earthly weaknesses. Wrath, which holds its forepaw on a skull. And I'll go around so you can actually see. There you go. This one. You see the skull right there? And this is wrath. Then we have lust resting on a carpet of flowers. Actually, no, this is, wait, let me, because I confuse them all the time. Oh, yeah, this is lust. The one we just saw is lust. My bad. Always confuse them. So this is lust, yes. And then we have avarice, or avarice, with a cornucopia overflowing with coins. There you go. And gluttony, from whose horn a plenty tasty fruit comes out. So actually, no, this is last with the flowers. My bad. This is last with the flowers. This is avarice with the cornucopia full of coins. My bad. And this is gluttony, which of course is also eating a fruit, as you see. So my bad. My bad. Probably the most preserved one is the one with the skull, which is rough. Oh my god, the fly. I'm gonna kill it. God. And from here you have a beautiful view of the villa as well. Hello, Seal. Well, let me tell you something, Seal. I'm very happy Italy just won volleyball final match against USA, and the coach of Italy is not only Argentinian for the Italian team, but it's from La Plata. So very proud of him and very proud of the Italian team and the beautiful Olympic Games. Anyways, yes, you'll make sure to watch the replay because this tour is amazing. Es un tour maravilloso. Si no estuviste acá, tenías que ver este tour, sí o sí. Okay, look at the beautiful view and the palm trees and everything. Just beautiful. Well, think that this was a vegetable and fruit gardens before, so of course it has all this magnificent vegetation. And now one of my favorite, because when I was in high school, I'm a really good I don't want to praise myself, but I really love drawing. So my artistic teacher professor wanted me to draw things for the class, and I had to draw this big drawing of Apollo and Daphne, which exactly was, you may recognize them because the statue is very famous. Another group of Greek statues, of course. And Daphne is the nymph who is turned into a laurel tree. You may, not this one particularly, but if you see some pictures, you will see that all her leg in mythological pictures, she has basically laurel leaves all wrapped around, intertwined around her leg, and she's escaping from the god's flirtation. So that's why she's transforming into laurel, basically, into laurel plant. I'm just sad that Italy has more medals than many other countries, and Italy is ninth because he has less golden medals. But otherwise, we will be number 7. So very proud of my country. Anyways, oh wow. Okay. Yes, make sure to come back on the tour. Okay. Beautiful Apollo and Daphne. I want to give you some details. This is an open museum, guys. A free open museum, let me tell you. Anyways, before we keep going, because next one is a beautiful fountain. Let me remind you that this tour is free, as I was just saying before, but it's supported by your tips. It's supported by PayPal or Buy Me Coffee links, which are underneath this video, the description of this video. There's also a link of GoFundMe if you want to give it a read, and you can support there, or you can support with the links also there in the description of the channel. Make sure also to spread the word and tell people about the beautiful tours in Rome, which are not only the famous spots, but we also see some of the off of the beaten path, just like today, which happens to be beautiful and surprisingly something not that famous but beautiful, right? You wouldn't expect this villas. And free. Okay, let's keep going. The fly is with me, of course. I just wanted to let you know, to make sure that you knew. She's not leaving me alone. Okay, there's too much sun here, and I'm afraid for the phone, which is already super warm. But maybe I can find a place with a shade. Maybe here. Do you see it well here? Let me know. Okay, this is probably one of the most beautiful fountain. The villa is in decay, but I must say there are more working fountains here than in any other villas in Rome. Anyways, the fountain of the putti, or cherubs, or biscione. Biscione means big snake. It dates back to the 18th century. It's of Lombard origin, and it's located in the clearing facing the works building. So just the building that we saw before. You can go if you want. It consists of this large basin that you see here in front of you, with an espalier in the side facing the villa. The espalier also is mixed linear, just like the basin, which is mixed line, as you probably can tell. And has a vase on each end, and a central trophy surmounted by a sphere. Between the vases, because you're probably seeing that one, and the trophy, which is in the middle. And I'll try to get closer now. There you go. I will totally jump into the water. So in between there are a set of two tympanums in the Rococo style, supported by wrought iron gratings right there, on each of which are placed two cherubs. One seems to have disappeared, by the way. You see there are three, so one is, the one on the left is not there anymore. In the act of stretching out their hands, all of them, to each other in a dancing, kind of in a dancing attitude. Almost in the center though, so right here, and I'll move to the center as well. There you go. Center of the basin, there are these two more putti, one of which has a helmet on its head, each emerging from the gaping jaws of a dolphin. I don't know if you're able to see, but they're both inserted in the mouth of a dolphin. They're supporting a shield on which is carved in relief the Visconte Biscione, so the Visconte big snake, surmounted by a crown. Now it's totally covered in musk, the green part, but it's a crown. And the coat of arms is sprinkled with a gush of water. So some putti appear to be missing their hands as well here, just like the one, both of them actually are even arms. Beautiful fountain. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. By the way, thank you to who sent a tip? Who sent a tip? Diane sent a tip. So thank you so much for your support. Okay, let's keep going. Finally, we can talk a little about the villa, which I was telling you before, a very interesting story. So, I was telling you that here they also discovered in 1906, so not longer time ago, a small shrine of Syriac divinities. And you have a link in the description, by the way. So if you click in the description, under the supporting links, you may find an image of the Syriac shrine. Why? Because probably, we won't be able to see it. So at least you have an idea what I'm talking about. And as a matter of fact, some inscriptions found in the Syriac shrine testify that a place of worship exists here as early as the 1st century AD. Can you believe that? Crazy. Although the temple was rebuilt later by Marcus Antonius Gaionas, a wealthy Syrian merchant. And then again, it stands today, as it stands today, in the 1st century AD, following a fire. But from the 4th century on, we'll come back to this fountain later. So, super quick. And I hear a lot of French guys and girls. So, this is probably because it's a French area as well. I'm glad. Love to hear French. Anyways, thank you so much to Nathalie. Nathalie, thank you so much for the support. Anyways, sorry, I'm like, I should drink a little. Okay, this is probably not the most romantic and beautiful way to enter here, but it's the most romantic place anyways. I know it's not, as I told you, it's in decay, but I will tell you more about the restoration, as I told you before. Also, there's a fountain here that they need to restore. It's totally in decay. But think of this cute bench here, and the view of the Eternal City is just wow. And I will stop a little because from here you can definitely see everything. So, unfortunately, I don't have my mother's phone today because she's not with me here today. But so you will have to screenshot and maybe zoom it after. We have the altar of the Fatherland there, right there. The synagogue, the Jewish synagogue. What else do I recognize here? Because it's very far as well for me. Oh, the Pantheon there. Right here, the dome of the Pantheon. And right above that white thing is the Villa Medici. Then we have the Papal Major Basilica right here. St. Mary Major, which is a basilica that was never shown on Ego ever, but will see it very soon. Oh wow, I can't believe it. Wow, there's literally everything. So right there's the St. John Cathedral, another major basilica of Rome. Parlez-vous français? Oui, je parle français. Je parle français aussi. Let me tell you about the major papal basilicas. There are 4. So the most famous, the most important 4 major basilica, the first 4, actually there are more, but the first 4 major basilica are in Rome. Vatican, St. John in Lateran, which we'll see very soon in one of my tours. It's scheduled for August. And then we'll show 2 more that were never shown before. St. Mary Major, which is close to Termini Station, the central station of Rome. And another one that nobody ever shown was St. Paul outside the walls. St. Paul will amaze you. Amaze you. I'll go back to the view. And if we turn, look how beautiful this view is, because literally most of Rome is here. Not kidding. The gazebo. You remember the gazebo? Who was with me in the graffiti? In the graffiti tour. We have the gazebo, then we have another famous church which probably should show as well. Super important. It's Saint Apostles Paul and Peter, right next to the graffiti one. We have the Spizzichino Bridge, dedicated to a Jewish woman, the last one to actually die here during World War II. And super famous, that bridge, because we used to drive on that bridge on a tour. So we did a car drive and go to the pyramid as well. I probably can see the pyramid from here, right? No, I can't. I can't at all. But I'm wondering if I can see anything else, because we have already seen a lot. I'm just wondering, because if the Victorian Hill is there, then the Colosseum should be there, but it's not very viewable from here. And the Palatine Hill around there. Cheryl, make sure to see this tour, because the people on this chat will tell you how beautiful this tour is. Don't care about this graffiti now, but trust me, the villa was definitely worth it. But we still have a lot to see, and still the most beautiful fountain to see. You wouldn't believe so, right? Because you thought, oh, we've seen already a lot of beautiful fountains, but I don't know how many though. Have you counted them? Let me know if you counted them all, because we have to see at least 7. Okay, now we are about to see another fountain. You may see the turret here from the back. You see the turret of the villa right there? Okay, there's so many mosquitoes and flies. Yeah, you must watch the replay. Okay. Sorry, it was a little itchy on my leg. Oh, I need some water. Okay, remember that I told you that we will come back to yeah, they will definitely be removed, but I'll tell you more at the end. As I told you, we keep encountering fountains and statues, so I can't skip them. And then as soon as we have a little more path and walk to do, then we'll tell you more about it. So this fountain, which is a non-working one, is the one of the snail. So let me get closer. It consists, would be the head and the tail. So it consists of a rockell base on which rests a stone group consisting of a puro lying in the center of a snail, a phone sitting by the animal's snout, and a second phone pushing the animal itself. The small phone placed at the front of the snail has both mutilated arms, as you can see. It once blew into the sound shell, which presumably held up over its mouth with its hand. And then the central pura also appears to have no arms. Water flowed from the rock formation, so from here to here, and collected within this rectangular basin almost flush with the ground, on which stands the recent inscription, which it's not very viewable, but once it was here, that's why I mentioned it, because it was always been here. They probably removed that one too. Anyways, there was an inscription here saying not potable water, because generally water in Rome is potable, drinkable, but not this one. The fountain possibly is from the 18th century. and is currently, as I said, not working, inactive. I have encountered the fountains we've seen so far, and also a lot of beautiful statues. Well, we're seeing the fountain of the snail now, the fountain of the turtle, the fountain of the sphinxes, the fountain of the big snake, the fountain of the satyrs with kid goat, right? I'm probably missing some. No, those 5, right? I have one more. And we'll see. I'll probably remember. Let me think. No, those 5. Yes, those 5. Okay. Now we have a long path here to do. Which is also very stable. So I'll try to go as low as possible. Trying to remember, because yes, the fountain of the snail, the sphinx is 1, or even called remember of the human passions or vices. The one of the big snake 3, the one of the turtle 4. Oh, we missed a statue. We have to go back. I'm so bad. Then the fountain, we're missing one that I cannot mention now because it's a surprise. The satyrs and the kid goat. So it's 1. How many? I forgot. I think 6. Yeah, 6. So we're missing just 1. By the way, thank you to who supported the tour. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you so much for the support. Very much appreciated. Now, as I was telling you before, since now we're here and I have to go back, I can't believe, so bad of me. I will keep telling you about you remember the Syriac shrine that I was telling you about? Well, the sanctuary, which by the way is not visible as I told you before. What do we have here? A goat fountain, but it's again, this one is a phone, sorry, 2 phones and a goat. This is the fountain of the 2 phones and a goat. So we have the 7th one, but it's not among the important ones. It's totally covered and broken, but look how beautiful this villa. So many fountains, see? This villa needs restoration right away. I will email the mayor of Rome, since he's a really good mayor. He's working a lot for the city. So let me tell you about the sanctuary. As I was saying, it's not visible, but appears as an elongated building body, but you can see it, a picture of it in the link that I put in the description below the PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee links. There's a link, and you can see part of the Syriac shrine. But I'll try to get as close as possible. And look how beautiful. I mean, it's in decay and not restored at all, but let me tell you, wasn't it worth it to see it? Because we think of Villa Borghese, Villa d'Este, Villa, no? And maybe we miss this, and which is off on the beaten path, but definitely worth it. And a lot of people miss it. Oh, look where we are. Oh, see, I can go back there then. Perfect. But I also want to go there, so I'll probably do like that. another fountain here, which is between working and not working. Again, not much importance on this one. But think how many fountains this villa owns, and to think that it's in decay, it's such a shame, because it probably has more fountains than Villa Borghese and many other famous ones. So yeah. So the shrine was saying is also is an elongated building body, largely of parallel piped blocks of stone. A number of sculptures were also found at the temple, and Egyptian statues in black basalt, a statue of Bacchus with a gilded face, and other sculptures as well, just like some eggs and a bronze statuette depicting a male figure wrapped in the coils of a snake. A clear reference to what? A clear reference to the burial ritual of the god Adonis. You may not know, but Adonis would die every year to return to new life through the 7 heavenly spheres, symbolized by the 7 coils of the serpent. The villa, as I said before, was once owned by the Barberini family from the mid-17th century until the 1710. I will go down very carefully here. There's literally nobody, but on one side you may enjoy it because nobody is here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, definitely in decay. You can tell it's also like not very safe. So probably I should go the other way. Yes. Because I want to show you a childhood memory that probably is in super decay, but I still have to go. I'm sorry. It's too close to my heart. Also on Friday, the puppet show, and you may guess, because my grandma used to live here close to the Ianiculum hill, so that's why we would come to this villa, and also we would go to the hill of the Ianiculum one. So as I was saying, the family owned it until 1710, and then it was sold to a cardinal, Cardinal Pietro Toboni, who maintained it with great care until his death, 1740. He's interested in the villa, led him to have 3 new gardens built to expand the cultivation of fruit, vegetables, ornamental and exotic plants, and to promote as well some important excavation in the area of the Syriac temple, which we are close to. Then finally became property of the Sciarra family. That's why it's called Villa Sciarra. And then the villa was enlarged thanks to them and embellished with the purchase of the Crescenzi garden. No, I'm supposed to go there. How? Okay, I will just descend from here. So stay with me. And the construction of many also artifacts. This is definitely not the best way to descend, but I don't see any other. Okay, this would be the turtle's pond, totally in decay, as I can see. Oh, but oh no, oh, there's also a it's not only this one, there's another one actually, it's not this one. It's so sad to see it this way, but don't worry, we're about to see 2 more beautiful things before ending the tour. And so in 1849, at the time of the Roman Republic, the casino, the villa that we saw, the building that we saw before, and the near Casino Malvasia were totally damaged by fighting between Italian troops led by Giuseppe Garibaldi and the French troops. The Barberini then restored the casino to its original form, but the property was finally lost by Maffeo Sciarra. And as a result of some financial problems. Have you seen the link of the shrine? This is close to the public, but it's another beautiful staircase, unfortunately. Oh, there you go. That's where I wanted to go. See, I was going around and around. Okay, you see? It's totally in decay. There's also actually probably, look how empty. It's crazy because I was here a few months ago and there was water with turtles. So now I'm a little worried because where are the turtles? I used to come here, so this is super sad. Hopefully they will restore it very soon. This is the turtle pond. I used to come here when I was little and collect. You will help me out with this because I don't know. I forgot the English term. What's the name of the animal before it becomes a frog? So I would collect those, and that would make me so happy. And then, of course, I would free them. Oh yeah, that's a lot of work. Definitely a lot of work. Okay, still missing a famous statue. Then now we're going, and also the most famous fountain here, which already seen probably beautiful ones, but there's still one beautiful to see. Tadpole, yes, tadpole. Thank you. See, I knew that, but I forgot. Tadpoles, exactly. That was my childhood memory here, which reconnects me a little bit with my grandma, paternal grandma, which I didn't have a big relationship with, but those are the few memories I have with her. So always remember the positive, right? Now we'll go back up to see the statue that I skipped. So as I was telling you about the land. So the land around the villa was then divided into lots and designed as a building area, while the villa, after many events, was purchased in 1902 by George Wurtz, the one on the plaque. Remember that I told you to remember that name? Well, now's the time to remember it. He was an American garden enthusiast, and his wife, Henriette Tower, a wealthy heiress from Philadelphia. These two, the Wurtz, in an effort to recreate the setting of an Italian Baroque villa, placed famous 18th century sandstone statues in the park, as we saw. And among the themes of the sculpture groups, of course, those of the personification of the months, which we saw in the Exedra, Apollo and Daphne, Pan and Syrinx, which is the statue we're about to see now, Diana and Endymion, which we saw at the beginning, and the succession of the seasons and the productive activities of Earth. So thank you to this American couple. In 1930, after the death of her husband, Henrietta, words donated the villa to who? To who? To Benito Mussolini. But she told him, I'm gonna give it to you, but you need to make it a public garden, not private. And he respected that. He said okay. And that's why the plaque there remembering the Wurtz couple. Now we're back here because how silly of me. I was right here and look to the left, this statue which I was missing, and I almost missed for a little. Super interesting statue, which also was ruined. Look how people, sorry for the sentence, how stupid people are, because those are not real eyes. Of course they were colored, so very stupid of people. But I'm glad that the villa is about to be restored. This is the final statue, but then we have the final fountain to see, the most beautiful one. And this is the one I just mentioned before, the one of Pan and Syrinx. A lustful statue of Pan who, with his greedy expression, deludes himself into embracing the nymph Syrinx on the right, while actually here he remains clutched to a bundle of marsh reeds, as you see. That of Syrinx is one of many examples of metamorphosis found in ancient myths, just like the one we saw before with Daphne into Laurel. A follower of Artemis, the nymph pursued by the god, came to the banks of a river and there sought help from the naiads, who transformed her into reeds that, when the wind blew, emitted a sweet sound, a musical sound, I would say. It was then that Pan decided to make himself, with what had been the object of his desire, a 7-reed flute, known as Pan's Syrinx. So, transforming the plant into a flute and called him with the name of both. How interesting the story. But how sad the state of this. The statues are beautiful, but unfortunately the eyes, yes. And I was missing this. Okay, guys. Are you ready for the last part? It was right at the beginning, but I missed it on purpose because it's the most beautiful one here. And so it was, I know that I said that I was going randomly, and I did, but not for this one. So if you're ready, we'll go. So we saw the fountain of the snail, the fountain of the sphinxes, the fountain of the big snake, the fountain of the turtle, the statue of Apollo and Daphne, the statue just now of Pan and Syrinx, statue of Diana and Endymion at the beginning, the Exedra of the 12 months, the villa, the building, the fountain of satyrs and kid goat, the memorial plaque, the building itself. And we're missing the big fountain, and we're going there. And no one ready for the last one. And as I was saying, I knew that this was going to be over 1.5 hours. I'm just glad that the phone is resisting. But I want to make sure that we get this on time. Also, we didn't walk this beautiful path, but I will show you right now. I entered that little door I left my cart there, by the way. This is a beautiful path that might not mean much to you, but it's a very famous one. Probably the most romantic path for a couple. Where the trees are all obliquous towards the right. This is a dog toilet, by the way. Okay. Ready for the last one. But you've seen many, right? And also you wouldn't think, I probably wouldn't think you would like it, this villa, but I was wrong. It's actually super beautiful. Oh, there's water. Oh, but it's not potable. Damn it. Damn it. See, that's what I meant before with the description. Acqua non potabile. Water not drinkable. Well, so sad. Oh, there's actually a few more things to see. See, I forgot. But anyways, let's go to the fountain of the Satires. And just to make sure that the tour one collapsed, I will start telling you, because we're really, you see there at the end of this path is the fountain of the Satires, placed at the side of the aviary, which we'll see it's on the right. There's also a playground for children. I have a dry mouth. I definitely need water. Well, in an articulated play of niches. It's the only main element from the Villa Visconti in Brignano Ada. Remember that I mentioned the villa in Bergamo, in the north of Italy? Well, reconstructed in its entirety here at Villa Sciarra. So it's like a loyal reproduction. The other decorative elements were in fact inserted in by the words, the couple, in position and architectural context. Quite different from the original ones, so just to make it different. The fountain composed of a group of satires and satellets, both male and female, supporting a large shell on top. There you go. It's crowned by a putto emerging from the jaws of a snake. You see it there? There's a snake on top, a putto that is emerging right from his mouth, and a crown on top, alluding to the Visconti's family's heraldic coat of arms, because the fountain is the one of the Visconti. So, was I right that it's the most beautiful one? Probably together with the big snake, but definitely a big, big one. Oh, you're welcome. Then the two niches on the sides. Focus on top. Look how beautiful. Allora, the aviary, which is not in use anymore, and I would say also, thank God, it's right there. It's also part of the villa buildings. Wrought iron, but now it's not used anymore, as all villas had. Also, remember, also Villa Borghese, there's the aviary. This family wanted to have this, but there's a cute pond with a fountain right there in the middle. A beautiful, beautiful one. You probably are not able to see it nicely, but I'll try my best. No, it's just too small. And a jet of water. Beautiful fountain. I believe it's my favorite here, but I must tell you, the whole villa is my favorite. We're just missing the nymphaeum, which I couldn't find because I want to be honest with you. But let me tell you, it's in total decay, so we didn't miss much. We definitely saw the villa in its entirety. Missing, of course, the Syriac temple because it's not visible, and missing the nymphaeum, but still. Now I want to tell you a little bit about the restoration of this job. There's so much to see. I agree. Let me read. Merci. Merci à toi. You can tell I'm sweating now. I'll probably need water. Right, 1.5 hours. Probably a little bit faster. If you come here, enjoy it a little bit more slowly. Let me tell you now about the restoration. As I show you the finale also of this tour, and but restoration, they have said that now finally in 2024 the villa became, actually it's been a few years already, but officially this year has become property of the municipality of Rome, and they will start the restoration very soon. The restoration will close the villa for 10 years. That's what they say. 11 million of euros. If someone was wondering, right? So a lot. Some say 2 million, some say 11. I believe 11, because this needs a lot of restoration. Think that they will need 10 years to restore it, and we will not able to enter the villa for 11. But I mean, yes, we will be able to, but not entirely. And I want to show you a cute little thing for the ending, so we're not done yet. But before, I want to tell you this. That's why I wanted to show you to you now. I did it on purpose because I know that in the future months we will not be able to see it. Next time will be in 10 years in its entirety, because you will still be able to enter, but not to see all the things we've seen. So they will start restoring a side, and they will leave the other part free for the people to see, and then they will do the opposite, you know. That's the news I got, because of course they might be a little different, but that's the news I got. I believe 10 years is a lot. So probably if they work fast, they probably, because it's not just about the fountains, you saw it's also the walls, the gardens, everything here is in decay. So hopefully they will do a nice job. So yes. So I want to show you a cute little thing that they have here. Which is the little library. This one. Now it's closed. It's a free library. I don't know if it's open. Oh yes, it's open. So I want to show you. You see? It's a free library. You can take a book and leave whatever book you want, and it's free. There's a beautiful French quote there, which I want to show you. Elle lui a dit, fais-moi jouir avec ta langue. Et lui a lu des poèmes. I love this quote. So translated from French, she told him, make me happy with your language. And he told her, and he read to her some poems. How beautiful is that? A free library for so many people. And so it's free, and we should preserve it, of course. Now I will leave you with the view of the first fountain. We're back here, fountain of the satire and the keep goat. Such a good idea, right? Super cute. Now let's see the final ceremony of the of the Olympics. I will drink some water, and I will leave you with a tour and reminding you, of course, as always at the end, that this is a free tour, but you're welcome to support it. I'm glad that you could see this villa, probably unusual, but worth to see. I was wrong at the beginning not to cancel it. I'm glad that I rethought about it, because I'm sure that you enjoyed it. So yes, I definitely need water. Thank you so much for staying with me. If you want to support, you can support through the links below, both PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee, or they're also in the description of the channel or in the description of the tour below. Or also the link of GoFundMe. I'll see you next Wednesday with Miki with that touching cooking tour that I told you about. I don't want to repeat myself because we already talked about it, but hopefully you'll be all there to support. Have a nice day. Bye. You're welcome. Look how beautiful the vegetation here.